The Xbox Series X has been out for a few years now, and the question is, does it still hold up in 2023, and is it worth it to purchase? The TLDR of it is yes, absolutely. The Xbox Series X, completely worth it in 2023. I love it. I think it's one of the best consoles, if not the best console ever made of all time, hands down. I'm going to tell you why. Let's do this. All right, first off, let's talk about the design. The Xbox Series X is a sleek and compact console that looks great sitting next to your television. It's matte black. It's got form factor, yet it doesn't really stand out, not like the PlayStation 5. Have you seen that bad boy? That thing is huge. It's huge. Not the Series X. It's unassuming, and I like that. I like that in my electronics. I can put this thing anywhere. I can have it upstairs in my family room where everybody watches the TV, and it's not an eyesore. I can have it down in my gaming room, and it really complements my gaming consoles. It just looks good. The matte black finish really gives it a modern and premium feel. It's also incredibly quiet. You can barely hear it when it's running, which is just a huge perk. You don't want something loud like previous consoles have been pretty loud. This one, it's whisper silent. It's something that you don't realize you want at first or necessarily need, but then when you go back to older, louder machines or even a PC experience, you realize, holy crap, that PC is freaking loud, and the Xbox Series X is quiet, like a cat. Like a burglar. So that's just the looks. Now on the back of this thing, you get all your standard ports. You do have a slot for memory expansion, which at the moment is a little expensive. I wouldn't pay for the memory expansion right now. It's just way too expensive. Wait for those prices to come down. They're still not down. Maybe by the end of 2023, those expansion prices will be down. You've got an Ethernet port. You've got a couple USB 3.0 ports back here as well. Again, pretty standard on the back for the ports that you get. Nothing too crazy there. But overall, it looks good. It's functional. And it's definitely not an eyesore. I like this thing. Okay, now let's talk about the performance. This is where the Xbox Series X really shines. With its powerful hardware and next-gen technologies, this console delivers an incredibly smooth and responsive gaming experience. Games load faster than ever before. And for me, this is where I can't go back to previous console generations. The speed of loading, it's insane. It takes almost no time for most games to load. Now, there are games that where you're tied to the internet, so you're dependent on servers off of yours, but games on your console, on the Series X, lightning fast. It's almost instantaneous. It's amazing. That's not to mention the graphics. The graphics on this machine are absolutely stunning, as well as the frame rate. And that's where this thing shines. If you have the right television to connect to this bad boy, you can get 120 frames per second at 4K. Now, there's not a ton of games that support that at the moment, but the games that do, let me tell you, it's a buttery, smooth, high-fidelity experience, unlike anything you're ever going to experience on any other console at the moment. Now, the game, to me, really highlights the power of the Xbox Series X is Forza Horizon 5 at the moment. It's absolutely beautiful. Now, we are going to get Forza Motorsport this year, and I think that's going to be the technical highlight for the Xbox Series X. I cannot wait for that. But at the moment, I have not been disappointed performance-wise. If you're looking to up your performance and you're maybe on a last-gen console, the Xbox Series X really is where it's at. I play this more than my PC, and I have a pretty ballsy PC. This competes with that, and it competes with it at half the price it would cost you on a PC. That's where the real value is on these next generation consoles. That's where the real value is on the Xbox Series X. Overall, the gameplay is just a much more smooth, much more high fidelity experience that makes your gaming that much more immersive. Now, one of the downsides is storage. There's not that much on the Xbox Series X. This is no different than what you're going to get over on the PlayStation 5. You get 1 terabyte of their standard NVMe hard drive here, and this thing is blazing fast. Now, like I said, you can expand it, and that expansion slot is on the back. However, it's just not worth it at this point. The prices for those expansions have not come down. You can use a standard external hard drive. Again, the downside here is that you don't get those lightning fast speeds. You don't get the higher frame rates and the higher fidelity necessarily running it off those hard drives. So you do have to constantly move it back and forth. That's what I do. No big deal. Honestly, the 1 terabyte is big enough for most games, but it depends what games you're playing. Destiny 2, for instance, is over 100 gigabytes. Call of Duty is over 100 gigabytes. More and more games seem to be going over that 100 gigabyte size, which limits the amount of games that you can have installed quickly. Having said that, it's really not been that bad. 1 terabyte seems to be enough. I very rarely have to delete or move any games. When I do, I don't delete them. I move them onto my external hard drive because it's way faster moving them there rather than having to re-download them every time. It's no big deal in my opinion. Just takes 10 to 15 minutes. I cannot wait for that external hard drive to come down in price. That's the only con I would have right now. All in all, I highly recommend the Xbox Series X to any gamer. The price point is pretty standard. We're looking at $499 right now for the Xbox Series X. Not bad. Again, what you're getting in performance, you're going to pay more if you want to get that kind of performance out of a PC. Eventually, that'll come down on PCs, but as of right now, that's where it's at for the Xbox Series X. You take that value and you combine it with the Game Pass value, and you've got a machine that not only stands the test of time in 2023, that's not only worth it in 2023, but it's going to be worth it, I'd say, for the next couple years at least. So it's an investment that's well worth your money at this point in time, in my opinion. Just to recap, I highly recommend the Xbox Series X to any gamer looking to get the most powerful and immersive gaming experience out of their gaming. The design is sleek, the performance is top-notch, the graphics are stunning, and it's just overall definitely worth the investment if you're in the market for a new console. Again, I cannot underscore the value that is the Xbox Series X combined with Game Pass. That's where Xbox really shines at the moment. That's the future of Xbox, and I don't see that going away anytime soon. In fact, I only see that value getting greater. And that's our review of the Xbox Series X. If you've wondered whether or not you should purchase one in 2023, yes, I think you definitely should. If you're looking for that premium tier console experience, I would love to know what you think. Please let me know in the comments below. Let me know any questions you may have. Don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe to this channel. My name is X1 the Gamer. We cover all things Xbox right here on this channel. Hopefully you found this video helpful, and I'll see you guys next time.